take a sip of your water. It's so nice to see you all. So some of you might remember me from the olden days. I used to teach in this room like 30 years ago. Hi. So we used to do chair yoga. We used to do all kinds of different exercises in this room. And a lot of you are still coming back for that. Today we are going to talk, and we're going to move a little bit, but we're going to talk about big toe strength, which is one of your 6 pillars, which would be ongoing exercise. And most people think that the legs and the butt are the most important muscles to keep strong, to prevent falls. But it actually turns out that your big toe is one of the most important, if not the most important muscle in preventing falls. Did you know that? Some of you did know. And there's something called an anterior fall test. Anterior means to the front. And whenever we walk, like as I'm walking now, I'm walking to my toes. And the reason I'm not falling, number one, is because I'm not drunk today. But that was a joke. So I'm not falling forward. But we do fall forward when our big toes are weak. So I'm going to slip off my shoes. And if some of you would mind slipping off your shoes, if you don't mind, we're going to learn a little bit about how that works, this anterior to the front fall envelope, which you're going to read about. So every time I take a step, right, can you see this? Taking a step, and in order for me not to fall, my big toe has to grip into the ground, right? And if it doesn't, chances of falling are much higher. And they've done studies that show that people who fall compared to people who don't fall, people who don't fall have 20% more strength in their big toe. So there's a test that we can do, which we're going to do, if you don't mind, standing up for me. Stand up. Unless you're drunk, then don't stand up. Stay seated. You could be on slipper or a slipper if you have your slippers on. Now, if you wouldn't mind going to the back of your chair, or if you're near the wall, even better, you can be by the wall. And the reason why I want a chair is because if we don't pass the test, you don't fall so far down.
Did you want to put your headset on? Okay.
I'm going to give them a break.
So I got my chair. I don't know whose shirt this is. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Okay. So go ahead and lift your toes up. Yes. Can you lift them? Okay, now put them all back down. And then hold your chair. And you remember the Michael Jackson video where he leans forward like that? So then lean into your chair. You feel how your big toe and all your rest of your toes still have to work. Now go ahead and push back a little bit. Good. Now push your big toe down and lean forward. Now how about we take a deep breath first. And I'm going to do it without the chair. I'm going to lean, and then I'm going to push back. Good. Now, a good thing to do is also look at a spot. Now that you don't have to look at me. Look at a spot in front of you and lean forward and push back. I know it seems really simple, right? Lean. Good. And come back. Keep going. We're going to do about 20 of those. Lean. And back. And lean. Good. Keep going. Let's do about 10 more of those. Lean forward. Take a breath. Push from the big toe, lean back. But now you're going to kind of control that heel a little bit, right? Lean forward. This is called the anterior to the front. Fall envelope. And let's keep going. And as you lean, if you were tested by a doctor, they would measure how far you can lean. And the further that you can lean without falling will be decreasing your chances of having a serious fall. So let's do 5 more. Lean. So sometimes I'll do this against the wall. Keep going. So So you might be just against the wall. Not sometimes, I actually do this all the time. I have a cat, and he just looks at me like, what the hell is she doing? So, but he's super balanced because he's a cat. And unfortunately, we're not cats, so we don't have that same. Let's do 2 more. Take a breath. Lean. It's kind of scary, huh, a little bit?
So I have a quick question.
1 more. Lean. Okay, good. Now just shake out your toes a little bit. Have a seat, and we'll answer your question. In the toes. We're going to do them. Yes, we're going to do one of those exercises. And so the question is, I have good ankle strength and I have good leg strength, right? But I don't really feel it in my toes. And like I was saying earlier, what's in that paper that I handed out talks about how that big toe, right, is been tested, it's more important than the leg strength. Not that you shouldn't strengthen your legs, right? So we're going to do some of those exercises to strengthen your toes. The one that we just did, the anterior fall envelope, is a test, but you can easily at home just practice against the wall. It's much better to do it against the wall. Can you see that? So I lean, and then I push through my toe, and I come back. I lean, and I push through. And then if I'm really good, I trip forward. So it's pretty amazing. The bottom of your foot, it's pretty amazing what's going on there. You have a lot of muscles down there that hold it, but that big toe muscle runs up through the arch and into your lower leg. So that's what keeps you from falling, okay? So let's sit at the edge of the chair. Does that make sense so far? Yeah. Okay, so sit towards the edge of your chair. You take off if you want. And I did write everything down for you. I mean, 2 pages, you can read it when you get home. But at the bottoms of your feet, there's little sense receptors. And just like what Dr. B was talking about, there's nerves at the bottom of your feet that tell you where you are in space. So they tell you, I'm standing up. Sky's here, ground's there. This stuff is all around me. That's what's going on at the bottom of your feet. It's not just some random thing down there that we forgot about. Every time we focus on our feet, we bring a neural connection, which is part of the 6 pillars of brain health, down to that foot. And so written in here are a bunch of exercises. If you look on that second page, we did the stand tall with your feet apart. We already did that one. I like to do that one 20 times a day. You don't have to do them all at once. You could do 10 in the morning, 10 at night, or break it up, 5, 5, and 5, and 5, because I can't do math, which is the other brain. But she said, did you learn something new? I'm like, every day, when I have to balance my checkbook, or whatever. Or try to remember somebody's phone number now that we have cell phones. How many of you can remember phone numbers still? Say, not yet. It's like, come see, come saw, right? So, not many. Does anybody remember their like childhood phone number just out of curiosity? It's, it's a good thing to remember, just to remember. But who can remember like their doctor's phone number? No way. See, none of us can. Because we rely on technology. No one forget about the brain. Okay, back to your feet, all the way down there. So let's look at that second exercise. Toe taps. So go ahead and just tap your toes a little bit. How many of you guys went to the James Taylor concert this weekend? Oh my God, you missed out on an amazing concert. There was a whole lot of toe tapping going on there. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have you tap to music. You know why? Why do you think don't tap to music? It's good for your brain. Yes. All right, you ready to tap? Yes. We're going to do it together. And if I can get this beat on. So some of you might like this song. He sang it over the weekend. Really good stuff. You ready? Remember this song? Okay, so you're going to tap your toes. Tap, pretend these are my toes. You can tap your fingers too. Tap, 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 tap. Now do you know the words? Tap, 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 tap. Now double tap. Tap, 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 tap. Now tap slow, slow. Slow, Mexico. Tap, 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 tap faster. Tap, 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 tap. Now tap slow. Tap, 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 tap. Now tap a little side, 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 side. Now go ahead and bring your whole foot side to side. Side, side with your toes. Now fast, 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 fast. A little faster. Fast, 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 fast. Now just your foot in center. Tap, 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 tap. Now keep your whole foot down and just tap your big toe. Just the big toe. Can you just tap the big one? I know. All right, tap them all. Tap and tap. Now lift your hands up.
So we really appreciate you. Thank you first. Thank you, Dr. Bridget, for your work. Let's give her a little hand. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions before we finish reading this?
Can my friends get those bracelets from you?
Yeah, anybody who would like a reminder to breathe, I've got
She brought
bracelets for
some
everybody.
bracelets.
And again, they're being worn in solidarity to heal. To heal.
One question. I am deaf, obviously, and I obviously can't hear things, but it's still so great to learn things, and I'm so glad you're here to teach. And thank God for she has a great exercise class here too, and I'd like to thank her.
All right, on that note, thank you so much, and we hope we'll see you again. You are magnificent. You are powerful. Thank you.
Mahalo.